Hi, and thank you for tuning in to Noir Histoire. I'm Natasha, and in this episode, I'll be sharing what I've learned about Alice Childress. Born on October 12, 1912, died on August 14, 1994. Notable novelist and playwright. Nationality, American. According to sources, there are some discrepancies regarding Alice Childress's name at the time of her birth. One source states that her birth certificate lists her name as Louise Henderson, but throughout her childhood and up until she married, she used the name Alice Herndon. For clarity, I'll use the name Alice Herndon. What is known for certain is that she was born in Charleston, South Carolina to Alonzo and Florence. Their last names could not be verified, but was likely Henderson or Herndon. Her father, Alonzo, earned a living in the insurance industry while her mother, Florence, worked as a seamstress. When Herndon was 9 years old, her parents separated, and she was sent to Harlem to live with her maternal grandmother, Eliza White. White, an avid storyteller, developed and encouraged a passion for storytelling in Herndon. The combination of spending time at the library and making up stories with her grandmother would have a tremendous impact on Herndon. Herndon's education came to an end after only 2 years of high school, but her intellectual curiosity and interest in learning drove her to independently continue her education. Herndon saw a Shakespeare play as a teen and was motivated to get involved in the world of theater. Her introduction to mentors such as Venezuela Jones and Shirley Graham Du Bois would inspire her to write. In the 1930s, Herndon met Alvin Childress, an actor, and the two married on June 1, 1935. The marriage would produce one daughter, Jean. Childress worked menial jobs to help support herself and her family. In 1939, the couple joined Harlem's American Negro Theater, A&T, which was home to Sidney Poitier, Ruby Dee, Ossie Davis, and Harry Belafonte. With a strong desire to break into theater, Childress performed whatever tasks and jobs needed to be done, in addition to performing herself. Yet after a couple of years with A&T, she left the company to delve deeper into writing. She also stopped acting during this period as there were few roles for her, but shortly before leaving A&T, Childress, on a dare from Poitier, penned her first play, Florence, in a single night. The following year, the play became an off-Broadway production. Her plays would often feature strong and unconventional female characters. Her early career as a playwright coincided with the growing civil rights movement. Addressing racial issues head-on, Childress's plays did not shy away from portraying racial conflict on stage, and they were some of the only plays at that time with interracial casts. In 1952, Childress became the first Black woman playwright to have her play professionally produced. A few years later, she almost became the first Black woman to have her play produced on Broadway. Her 1955 play, Trouble in Mind, was a huge success when it debuted at the Greenwich Mews Theater. It went on to win an Obie Award, making her the first Black woman playwright to win the award. Broadway producers considered moving the play to Broadway, but would have required Childress to tone down some aspects of the show to broaden its appeal. Childress was unwilling to make the changes based on her creative principles, which resulted in producers passing on the show. Childress used her creative work in part to share some aspects of the Black experience and make social observations, but she was also very actively involved with real-world cultural programs. Her involvement with individuals and organizations such as Paul Robeson and a Marxist school for adults resulted in Childress being surveilled by the FBI. This experience played a role in Childress hiding some aspects of her life, which contributed to the unclear details of her early life. Childress continued writing and had penned 12 plays by the time of her death. She also had an equally successful career as a novelist. Her best-known writing is likely the young adult novel, A Hero Ain't Nothin But a Sandwich, 1973. Touching on multiple controversial topics, the book would be banned by some libraries. 2 of her plays would face similar attempts at censorship as some networks declined to air their televised productions. Over the years, Childress would receive numerous honorary degrees and awards. In 1994, at the age of 77, Childress died suddenly and unexpectedly from cancer. Her daughter Jean had died similarly from cancer just 4 years earlier. Childress's marriage to Alvin ended at some point in the 1950s, and she married Nathan Woodward, a musician, in 1957. Trouble in Mind was finally produced on Broadway in 2021 and received 4 Tony Award nominations. Thanks for tuning in. Show notes and sources are available on the Noir Histoire website by the link in the episode description. I'm working on creating downloadables and infographics, so keep an eye on the website. These Black History Facts are released every Tuesday, so if you enjoyed this episode and want more, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell, and check out my Black History Facts playlist.